This episode of the Dane Toddcast is brought to you by Absolute Aid CBD. Absolute Aid provides physical and mental aid for those who work hard and play harder. Whether you're trying to focus on the job or you need some pain relief after a long, grueling day in the outdoors hiking, hunting, riding, or running, they want to help you perform at your very best. Whether you're climbing mountains or moving them, Absolute Aid CBD is here for all of your life's pursuits. So get 10% off of your order at absoluteaid.com with the promo code TODCAST10. That's 10% off Absolute Aid with promo code TODCAST10. Absolute Aid, for those who seek to do more.
The Dane Toddcast. Podcast.
Hey,
What's going
man,
on,
it's
dude?
nice and bright over there. What the fuck?
Dude, hey, you got like a fisheye going on right now?
Yeah, because I don't like the way the FaceTime camera works on the laptop. So
Oh,
I figured
well,
I'd
yeah.
throw a little lens thing on.
Because the FaceTime, well, dude, the FaceTime shit on laptops, even the phones, they suck.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but I figured like at least I get to see you and also be a little jealous of the sun that you have right now.
Well, okay, dude. I wish I would have sent you a photo. After this, I'll send you a photo of what it was this morning. Dude, it was like snow.
There's no way there was snow.
For sure. There was snow, dude.
That's fucked up. I'm sorry, man. Winter should be over. It's April 15th.
That's what I woke up and I walked out into the kitchen and I was like, oh, cool. It's like, it's, kind of light in here. Like, okay, cool. Like that must mean it's like a sunny day. And
Yeah.
I look through the blinds and I'm like, I can't see the grass. Why is it all
That's
white?
not right.
Like, what the fuck, dude?
That's
But
not right. I hate that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just did like a time lapse for I put like a round mirror down on a table. Like the clouds are looking super crazy right now, so like I put this mirror down on a table, and I work for like a company called Rescue Water. Sometimes I do some of their graphics and whatnot, and I put the bottle on there, and I did like a time lapse with my Canon because the clouds are looking crazy. So I was like, I know I had to do something because the weather is now looking actually good.
Nice. Hell yeah. I'm curious to see how that looks. I've never done a time lapse ever, I don't think.
Well, so it's cool. I mean, I have, but I've done like the video version where you just leave your camera out, right? You just leave it
Yeah, yeah.
recording. But my Canon 6D Mark II has like an actual feature where you can set like how long the shutter speed is, everything. Like you're taking an actual photo, but you can set it to take like, I want it to take a photo every 10 seconds or every, I don't know. I haven't tested like how long, but like you can do intervals and stuff. So it's fun to mess around
Oh,
with.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Maybe I kind of want to. Maybe I'll do something with that. Because like I shoot so much of a show anyway. Like maybe setting a second body to do like weird, like crazy time lapse with their actors. I don't know.
No, dude, you
Now I'm
should
just
for
like
sure.
rambling. I'm just rambling now.
I,
But yeah.
I feel like you could even do like if I don't know what other cameras might have that actual time lapse capability, but like you could probably just do video and then like in Premiere or whatever you're editing in, you can probably, I don't know, like somehow with like the frames. I don't know. There's probably some way to do it, but
I've been working so this weird stutter effect with like slow-mo footage and like original footage and like overlaying it with
yeah, dude.
it comes out really cool if you like mess with the like time remapping on it. It gets really crazy shit.
Did you start doing that with Fever?
Yeah.
It kind of emulates like old school film.
Yeah, because it has to like catch up or like our eyes are catching up or something.
Yeah. Well, what's weird
Yeah.
is like when I always, it's so weird because I don't like exporting anything in 60 frames or like you watch something and you
neither.
can tell
It doesn't
'cause
look right.
it hurts your shit because you're like your mind
Yeah.
and Is it weird that our eyes can't see past like a frames per second? Like I always think about it like camera wise, like oh frames per second. Like okay, cool. Like why can't
Yeah.
I see in slow motion?
It, I mean, I remember when people were complaining about The Hobbit because it was rendered at 30 frames a second instead of the traditional 24 or whatever for
Oh
film.
really?
And people complained about that movie. They're like, it looked so weird. It's like, no, it's because you've always watched something at like 24, 25 frames a second, not
Even
30.
that like small of a gap, like 24 to 30.
Yeah, I've noticed it. It's just like when you watch like hyperreal TV, where like your TV has like hyperrealism on it.
Okay,
It like converts it or like sends it out at like a higher frame rate so it looks more real.
interesting. I'm gonna. You said The
Yeah.
Hobbit, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
I
isn't
think
it?
it was The Hobbit that was like 29.97, 30 frames instead of the traditional 24.
Is that a long ass movie? How long is it? Because I'm like
Those those movies are like 2.5 hours long
The
each.
Hobbit. Let's see here.
I want to fact check myself.
Maybe I should
Yeah,
just do
okay. 48 frames per second.
runtime. Damn, dude. Yeah, 2 hours and 49 minutes.
Yeah, those are long movies.
Well, now I want to watch it because now like I've seen it once. Okay, like I did my one
Yeah.
time through. Like I think I'm like it's about time for me to circle back and do like my all of like the Lord of the Rings. Like it's been enough time to where like I've kind of forgotten a bunch of it. So now I can
I
go back.
rewatch those like once a year. Like
Damn, yeah, that's way more than yeah. I need more time. I need more time.
no, because I like I mean I'm not paying attention like 100% of the time, but like when I zone in, I zone pretty hard in because like those movies are 20 years old. They
Are
still
they
hold up.
really?
2000 like three or something.
Damn,
2000
dude.
2006, 2003. Yeah,
Dude, that's nuts. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that
yeah,
because
they're so good.
I don't know if I've ever really I've always just been like with 24 frames per second, like no matter what I do. 24, I don't think I've ever even exported at 30. Like I know on like social media, like most of what we do ends up I mean, well, it's different when you're doing things for like the Bush thing, the live
Yeah,
stream. I don't know what that was, but usually you do at 24 just because that's like what
the live
makes
stream was at like 30 frames a second. And then yeah, for iPhones and stuff, it's traditionally like 24, but I've exported stuff 25 and 30 for like Europe because I think European TV plays at like 25, 30 frames a
oh,
second.
dude, that's
Yeah,
crazy. That's crazy to think because imagine if you're like with a band that's predominantly UK based.
yeah. So like you're shooting everything at 30 frames a second and more than likely rendering it at or exporting it at 30 frames a
Shit.
second. Because I didn't know that until like 2, 3 years ago, whenever I did a music video for Atreyu, because they have like their label is like international.
Hmm.
Um, I rendered it at 24 and I shot it at like 25, and they're like, "You need to render this out at 25." I was like, "Oh,
Really?
all right." I didn't know that. And after like 4 edits, they're like finally uploading it to like or like I guess MTV or like TV or whatever. They're like, it needs to be 25. So we can't submit this until you export it.
Really? Is
Yeah,
that when you like on all cameras you have what is the NTC is it NTCS?
NTSC or something like
NTS,
that.
damn it. And then there's the other one. I'm like part of me one day just wants to like try the other one, but I'm always like, oh, I don't know, it's gonna my computer or not my computer, my camera is just gonna burst into flames and like
That or like it's gonna mess up the way you edit because like some of your like sets or some settings or something are like set for like 24 frames. I I'm only talking about this now because I've experienced this issue recently, like
yeah.
rendering because I'm trying to render things at a certain frame rate that looks cinematic, but also is like good for like TikTok, Instagram, and like all the socials and stuff.
Yeah. So
I found 25 is pretty smooth.
25. It's so crazy that like from 24 or what no, would it be like 23.9 or something like that or
20, yeah, yeah.
23.49 or I don't
There's
know.
it's a weird difference. I've never like paid attention to it till I noticed like exporting at different frame rates. Like I'll get like um what's it called? Like shutter rolls. like
Yeah.
rendering at different frame rates and stuff. Like it
Damn.
only appears, yeah. And also it only appears if you render it at 4.2 versus 4, or like only at 4 versus 4.2, or like if you're exporting 4K 5.1 versus 5.2. I'm like, I've never noticed until
Dude,
recently.
that's what so recently for my like export settings on that, I'll go high 5.1.
Yeah,
And then I'll do, if it's for
if you do
Instagram,
5.2, sometimes those shutter rolls disappear.
really? See, that's the thing.
Yeah,
I've
it's
never
weird.
gone past 5.1. So I like
Yeah,
keeping it high, 5.1. Usually these are like standards for like 4K, but I'll
yeah,
do the high and then 5.1. And then I if it's going to social media, I 100, which actually everything I do is going to social media. So
right.
definitely like the VBR, what was it, the 2 pass?
Yeah, 2 pass. Yeah,
Yeah. I gotta ask you because usually when I watch your videos, like you can kind of tell when people like have their exports down because you watch it on socials and you're like, okay, that looks crisp. And I know that Instagram does have the thing you can like swipe where it says like allow high res uploads,
yeah.
but
But
you
that's
can
not
tell, right?
consistent.
What do
Yeah.
you? I mean, what do you kind of do? Like, are you doing like, I don't know, CBR? Like, what's your export kind of
Uh,
like? I'm sure it ranges,
the V.
right? Maybe.
What's that?
I'm sure it might range, right? If you're trying to like,
So,
I don't know, the super
when
glitchy.
I'm doing like anything that's across multiple platforms, I do VBR. But if I'm doing something just for like TikTok or like a reel or something, I do CBR because I think it doesn't compress it as much, so it comes out a little bit cleaner.
Okay. Yeah.
I only found that out recently because I was looking up videos on YouTube of like how
Right.
to export for TikTok, and it said CBR. I was like, what the fuck? Okay. I guess there's a difference, but it came out differently. I think I just noticed less shutter roll or less distortion
Interesting.
versus the difference between one and the other.
I
If,
go
yeah,
for it.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say I think CBR because I was looking into it because like what I'm doing for work right now, I'm exporting like full, I mean like long videos of 4K, and I noticed that like when I was looking up like to maximize my export settings, they were saying that like CBR is very good if you are going like if you're scaling. So like that's why I'm messing around with like my export settings for whether it's TikTok or Instagram, any social media thing. I
Yeah,
try and mess around with like the VBR 2 pass is kind of my favorite because like we're doing such
it
a
looks
low.
clean. It comes out. It doesn't take up much time.
Well, that's another thing.
Um,
It does take
yeah,
down your export time.
yeah, yeah.
But so like I do like the VBR 2 pass because when you're dealing with, I don't know, I usually export like if it's an Instagram video, I'm always usually at like my max bit rate, like 10 and then 12, something like that,
Mhm.
depending on what it is. Sometimes, like, if it's like not crazy, I'll go like 20, 25. But like, if you go the CBR route, I try and push a little bit further because it's like doing some weird shit. It's some weird, crazy stuff. I'm sure someone is listening from
It's
like,
very more.
they're like, you
It's
guys are
very more
dumb.
logistical and number based than it is like creative based
Anything. And
and all
I
that
don't know
stuff. Yeah,
anything about it. And I'm
me
talking like
neither.
I do.
I know enough just from like exporting enough footage to see a difference, but
Yeah.
but it's so minute compared to like it's like for our eyes we'll notice, but like for any other random fan of the band or artist, it's
Right.
like, oh, this looks cool. They don't really notice that much.
Yeah.
It's more for us. For music videos and stuff, I export at like 2432 bit rate for 2 pass
Sick.
for like music videos
Yeah.
because like I want it to come out and look as high end and clean as
Oh,
possible
for
with
sure.
any distortion. But like for anything else though, yeah, it's pretty much 10, 12, or 20 depending on like how long the video is too.
So you just can't like when did you come back from? You were just on the what tour were you on?
I was out with grandson for the past like 2.5 months.
Okay. Just real quick.
Yeah,
I didn't know who he was and I'm like, is this fucker out with oh shit, he's a huge star. I was like, this guy looks like Jack Harlow.
everyone
I was gonna say
had said
everyone
that
says that, I'm sure.
within the first week. Like he brought it up to me like 3 times, and I also like I mentioned Jack Harlow just in passing because I'm like, yeah, I'm from Kentucky. He's like, what artists are from Kentucky? I was like, well, Knock Loose, Jack Harlow, Stray Haven, who I'm shooting tomorrow, fucking KG Elephant, fucking My Morning Jack. Like, there's plenty of fans from Kentucky.
Damn.
And then he was like, yeah, Jack Harlow, I get that comparison all the time because he's white and has curly hair like me. I was like, I mean, it comes with the territory, I guess. Yeah.
How was that tour, man? It's a different style of music, right? Like, it's not. I mean, Fever. I mean, Atreyu. Like, it's different, right?
Yeah, it's he still wants it to feel like rock and roll, but it's very much more leading in like the pop alternative like part of the music genres. He even wants to like he says he wants his contemporaries to be closer towards like Denzel Curry, Slow Tie, Turnstile, and like Idols, like weird alternative rock that still like has like a lot of pop influence inside of it somehow.
Okay.
Yeah,
so yeah. I don't know. I'm always like curious of like, I mean, you could even ask like Jar or anyone of our friends that kind of jump around from artist to artist. Like,
yeah,
it's a totally different world. Like, how I know there's kind of some small differences. Like, of course, like fans and everything are different, but like as far as capturing 100%. A show for like you go from Atreyu or something to that kind of style of music, which it's kind of still in the realm, but like you're just saying, it's kind of splitting differences. Like, is there anything to you that's like, wow, okay, this is a little bit different as far as like capturing content, or is it just content? You're like, fuck, dude, I don't care.
No, it's still different. I care a lot because like I brought over what I was always doing with Atreyu and Fever and showcasing the show for them for like a couple weeks. And then mixed in there, I was doing like weird edits and portraits like all over it, just for like creative purposes and to like give them like a diverse collection of things to like post if they want to. And I only did that seldomly, but eventually they told me, they're like, dude, we really like your portraits and like all the weird edits. So like less crowd stuff and like more of that, which is different because like with Fever, and Atreyu, all these rock fans, they're like, we want to show how big the show is. We want to show how crazy our antics are on stage. But for them, it's like, we want it to be more portrait based on art.
Interesting. Yeah, because I got your Instagram pulled up right now, and that's something.
Yeah.
Now that you're saying that, like, because of course, I follow you on Instagram. Like, I see your posts and stuff like that. And
yeah.
Now that you're saying that, I'm like, wait, that's right. Like, I'm seeing a lot of just portraits. I mean, I know. Yeah. Let's see. I think you haven't
go
posted
on his Instagram.
Too much. Oh, his.
You go on his Instagram. It's mainly portraits too.
I just gotta find it.
Like, there's some.
Here. There we
all
go.
all the show photos were the ones where it's funny enough. He wanted them to feel like really grunge punk, which is like why he liked my work in the first place because of Fever. Because I made that.
Yeah.
I pulled that so much for Fever.
Oh, dude.
So he was like, for live photos, do like punk stuff, and then for outside of that, like
for sure.
Weird edits. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to follow him right now. This is sick, dude. Because I've seen what you've posted and whatnot, and I might have once maybe went to his profile, but yeah. Oh, dude, there's this one. Oh shit. Hopefully you took it. Let's see here. I would imagine you. Yeah, there's this one where he is like standing center stage, facing you, the crowd behind him, and he looks like something out of like a horror movie.
Oh yeah,
that's sick.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, he loved those a lot more, and I'm hoping for the next couple of years we'll be working together. Like we'll like hold that a lot.
I'd be surprised if you didn't. And
yeah,
seeing that stuff, it's cool because everyone has their own style, and you kind of eventually. And this is not like slamming anyone. It's just more of like you see the rotation of like what's happening, like, and it's cool to see like you and a bunch of people that are trying to break out of that. And like normally, I say 10 years ago, the photo I'm talking about. And maybe I'll maybe you can send me that photo, the one I'm talking about, the weird blurry one. But I mean, if you were to ask me if I personally took that photo maybe 5+ years ago, I that probably would have never made it into Photoshop because I'm like, oh, it's so blurry, it's out of focus, like, But now it's like a sense of art.
Because
Does that make sense? Really, I hope that made sense.
No, it makes a lot of sense because I strived so hard to make sure any image I put out was like so crisp and clear. But the longer I've been doing it, the more they artists I've worked with have been stressing the freedom to be like not like
Yeah.
perfect, like not as sharp. And like a lot of the photos people ended up liking were the ones that like were shot in a weird way, have slow shutter speeds to get that weird blur, or like have a really like solid focus, like the f-stops at like 6, but the shutter speed's at like 2 or whatever, like
Ooh,
a half
yeah.
a second, whatever. And yeah, they just when I first started taking photos, it felt like I was so blurry and I needed to make sure it was super sharp. And now that I know how to take a sharp photo, it's like, well, I want to take freedom with like what a sharp photo could necessarily
Right.
be. Because that photo's sharp. It's just like it's still blurry, if that makes sense. I don't
Yeah,
know how
like
to
for
how to
example, yeah, if
yeah.
I'm, cause I'm looking at it right now. By the way, if I mean we're recording this before I obviously post anything about this and the photo and whatnot, but I'll make sure to post this photo when I post about the episode. So make sure to
Yeah, yeah.
check out. I mean, I'll put links and shit in the bio and whatever to check it out. But if that was on a tripod, like I mean, obviously the fans you can't control him, but like anything that was just stationary would have been crisp, clear. I can definitely see that your shutter speed was just slow enough to where like I don't know.
So I'm like I'm not there's no tripod, so I'm
No,
like I'm
yeah,
literally
yeah.
standing there. So
I'm
like
saying
I'm
if you
trying
did have a tripod, it would have been like everything would
it
have
would have
been
looked even
clear.
crazy.
Yeah, and it wouldn't
Yeah, it
have
would
been
have been
like it would have been
clear.
cool, but yeah.
Yeah. But I think the capture what what like we liked about the image was like capturing like what it felt like for that moment. How crazy it felt. It's also his like first tour in like 3 years, so he's just like
Going
I
crazy.
think we're trying to showcase how crazy it can get for him on stage and stuff. 'Cause he
Is
hold on.
that
Let me
Denver?
connect new headphones.
What are you jamming, Joe? What are you listening to?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
What are
Yeah.
you jamming?
All right.
What are you jamming?
I am jamming Nardo Wick right now.
Okay, all right.
Do you know who that is?
No.
He is he is one of the hardest rappers I've listened to lately.
What's his name?
Like
What's his name again?
Nardo Wick.
Nardo
Yeah.
Ray?
Wick.
Wick.
Like candle wick. Yeah. And
Okay.
if you want ignorant trap rap, that's like what it is.
Okay.
Like
All right.
he
I'm
has a
down.
line. He has a line. He says, I swear I think my chopper might be gay because it blow N words.
Oh my god.
It's just so ignorant.
Damn. Dude. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a gym rip for me. Like if I'm going to the gym or something, I listen to like this stuff.
See, that's crazy. I can. All right. With my gym workout, like stuff like that, like the music I listen to, I'm very into like I listen to heavy ass shit. Like
That too.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of a standard, but like for example, like I can't do EDM shit. Like I can't do any of
Nope.
that.
Nope.
Like I don't know. I just nah. But like weirdly enough, recently, I don't even know what. Oh, it's on my phone right in front of me. Jeez, I went to go look for my phone. One of the G-Eazy records, just because represent the Bay Area. Like, but like I've been like
Right.
just kind of playing the whole thing through. But I gotta listen to a little bit more of like hip hop, like rap, trap, all that shit, because like it definitely is some crazy shit. But the thing is, I have to like. I'm very kind of the person that in the gym I need to be able to run the record through.
Yeah.
Like I don't
agree.
like making play. I mean, I've made a playlist before of like heavy ass shit, and it lasted like 2 weeks because I was like, all right, I'm kind of tired of this because I know even
Right.
on shuffle, I know what's gonna happen. I just need to run
I
through.
think like every couple records I like add one or two more into the workout playlist, so that
Okay.
way every time I shuffle, and that as far as a workout playlist goes. But like if I'm listening to an album, yeah, I have to listen to it like front to back, because then you're like zoning out too, or like
well, yeah,
zoned in
yeah.
more, because you're not thinking, you're thinking about the album, and then you're just like doing your weights and running and stuff. Like you kind of get into the motion versus like
trying to like, I don't like,
A
no,
workout.
skip.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like,
I
you're
hate when I do that. I hate myself when I sit like I'm sitting there like put the weights down real quick. I change songs and then you're sitting there for about 5 minutes skipping through like 3 or 4 or 5 songs. Like,
right.
oh
Yeah,
my
you're
God.
like, damn it, I don't like this one.
Well, it's like now my drive's like diminished because I spent like 5 minutes trying to find a song.
Right. Well, I'm also like kind of the person that like, for different reasons, I know people are on their phone, at the gym, but there's also the people that are on their phone for the wrong reasons and they're just wasting
Yeah.
space.
Yeah, seen that.
But I recently have been like, doing like actual, I know it works good for me, but I like to try different apps. So if like, I mean, right now I'm working on the guy who just won the Olympia, Bumstead or something like that. He has an app that I'm just trying out of his workouts, and I'm not gonna do it that
Okay.
much longer because I don't want to keep paying for it. But like, I like to do it, but he has it on an app, so I'm like, writing down what my reps are of what weight, and I'm like on my phone, and I'm like, fuck, I hate being like on my phone because I know what I'm doing, but like I think other people, it's me being worried what other people are thinking of.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
you shouldn't. You
I
shouldn't
know.
care about that because you're in there for yourself, not
I
anyone else,
know, I
right?
know, but like someone's like, if someone thinks that like I'm not using the bench press and I'm just on my phone, then people get weird and it's dumb. But I don't know. Shit's weird, dude. Life's weird, bro. I can. Something might have happened to your headphones. Like your voice went much more quieter.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I just put. Can you hear me now? Yeah, I just had to put it down for a second.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, yeah, can get. I used to worry about that a lot, but now I'm just kind of like, okay, especially if I'm in the gym for like that day, that particular gym for the day, like I'm really not worried about it because now it's more like a using Planet Fitness on the road kind of thing. So
Yeah. I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. Like I still do my thing. Like I track.
sure, yeah.
But in the back of my head, I'm like, man, I hate
I'm
being
on
on
my
my
phone
phone.
too much.
I
Yeah.
hate being on my phone. Like, I don't know. I'm very pen to paper. I'll bring in a notebook and all that.
Mhm.
That's me.
Back in high school when they were teaching you how to do that in high school.
Dude, I wish I was working out back in high school. I mean, I was because I played hockey very competitively.
Okay.
So like
Okay.
we were,
Well-
but it was more like, I mean, we weren't bench pressing and squatting and like doing crazy shit. We were doing like dry land, like running, jumping
Yeah.
upstairs, like stupid shit.
They're trying to get in your head and remind you that like, yo, your metabolism is gonna go away, and then you're not gonna be able to.
They're gonna be like,
do whatever the fuck you want.
one day you're gonna turn 21 and you're gonna find out what beer is, and you're gonna find out how much carbs are in them.
Yeah, right. So we just didn't know better because I remember PE and advanced PE in my school. They were trying so hard, and I was like, nah, I'll be fine. I'm skateboarding. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
It's like, nope.
skater door.
Yeah. Then my knees gave out, and it's like, well,
For sure, dude. Oh,
so funny.
dude,
Yeah,
my knees don't like me either. Wait, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
28.
28. Okay, yeah, I just
Yeah.
turned 30, so now everything it's all downhill from here, dude.
I didn't know until this tour, dude. Like, not really new. Like in Mexico City, we were playing at one of the stages, and like security wouldn't let me through, so I just decided to jump off the stage instead. They wouldn't let me go to the photo pit,
Oh,
like
okay.
so I went back up and then jumped off the stage. I did that 3 times,
Oh,
and
your
then by the
knees,
end of it, I was
dude.
like, I think my knees are okay. And then the next day, on the plane, like standing in
Oh,
line, my knee
no.
just like collapsed, and I was like, oh fuck.
God, dude.
And then we had a show in New York City like a few days later, and I remember it was a really tight spot, so I was like kneeling down really hard
Mhm.
to have the camera in like a position, and I was filming a drum can, so I had to be steady the whole time, and my left knee
Oh no.
to support my camera, or my right knee, sorry, just gave out, and I went, and you can see in the drum cam like the little shakiness that happens, and you're like, oh, it's in video forever when my knee gave out because I couldn't film for more than 2 minutes. Holy fuck.
It's gonna be great. Well, see, it's like even right now, like you're laughing about it and stuff. But imagine even later on in life when because there's gonna be I don't know how long you plan on touring for, but like, something
Oh, no.
like, hey, work out your knee. I don't know. Work out your knees. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, work out my
Fucking
knees. I need to see a
CBD or
chiropractor.
some shit.
Yeah, I need to see a chiropractor. Maybe do acupuncture. Something
I've
like
never
that.
done acupuncture. Have you? Acupuncture.
Once when I was a kid, because my mom's sister does it for people.
Okay.
So like, yeah,
Oh, so you got the hookup then.
yeah, I did. I didn't like it personally. It felt weird.
I just don't like needles, man. I mean, I'll
Exactly.
like I have a like handful of tattoos, but like
Yeah.
nothing crazy. But like I
No,
don't
can't even do
necessarily like
that.
yeah, I don't want a bunch like because don't they
It
like
needs
put
to be
it?
still.
They put it in like the little tiny little tube thing, right? And they flick it and like I'm like, nah, dude, just fucking miss me with that shit. Like,
And you have to sit with it. You have to lay there completely still with it, and if you move too much, it will like not be good.
you bleed
So,
out, and you die.
Yeah, you bleed
Yeah.
out. Exactly.
No, the
Exactly.
one in the center of your fucking forehead.
Oh no, I can't do it.
I'll have the hey, I'll take the migraine.
Yeah,
Yo,
I'll
hey,
just
cheers.
I'll just live with migraine. Yeah,
Cheers, brother.
cheers.
Yours is way more sophisticated than me, but
I'm just drinking bourbon. There's nothing sophisticated about it.
I mean,
Drinking
is it?
Forester.
Oh, I mean, I don't think I've ever tried that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're sipping it
I
without
gotta-
making any weird faces, so must
Yeah.
be good,
I'm back in Kentucky. You know, I gotta live it up again.
dude. For
I've been
sure.
drinking vodka with a German guy for 2 months. So
Oh yeah, you ready for something completely different?
yeah. All we did was drink vodka and wine. So
What?
Yeah.
Hey, I love wine, dude. The
no, wine was
headaches,
fine,
though?
but like that's what I'm saying. Like
wine
one,
headache.
shooting a show semi wine drunk isn't.
Weird.
I'd rather be like liquor drunk than wine drunk while
I
you're
don't-
shooting a show.
I don't think I've ever been wine drunk shooting a show. It's usually whiskey or beer or vodka.
Yeah, it was vodka for me this tour, and I was like, that's fine. But I had like a couple glasses of wine with the guitarist, is a wine guy, drinking it with him, and then I've had a couple shots of vodka with it, and then I was like shooting the show. I was like, I don't like this, and then the migraine the next morning was so bad.
Ah, dude,
Like,
mm.
yeah, it's
It's
not worth it.
what you got to do is tequila. Because tequila,
Nobody,
it's an upper.
nobody in the
no,
camp
I
likes
know.
tequila.
No one wants
Yeah,
to drink. No
yeah.
one wants to get tequila on the rider.
no one ever does. I'm the only one. I was like, let's get like mezcal or something.
Oh
No one
well,
wants to
now
do that.
you're just trying to kill everyone.
Yeah, but it like goes down better.
Well,
than,
and
like,
that, and
anything
everyone's like
else.
hyped up, and it's like hyper.
Yeah,
But
this
then
was a
everyone-
different crew for me
Yeah,
since they were like older. Like
yeah.
Jordan's like 28, but the other guys are like 40, so they don't get hyped up like that. the same
Oh
way,
yeah,
like,
they don't want.
you and I
They don't want
would.
tequila because they're just gonna like
no.
go fuck something. I don't know.
Yeah, don't fuck something. Yeah, I don't think they need anything to do that. But like, no shade on them. I'm kidding. They're both in.
No,
they're both
yeah.
in like really nice relationships. I'm just saying, like, they just.
They go for a
they're
nice
done-
wank. Yeah.
Yeah, nice wink, like with their bunk sock.
Oh, dude. God damn. Fuck, dude. So going back to what you're saying, like you earlier, like TikTok and stuff, are you doing anything personal on TikTok?
No.
No? Because I was gonna say, your style, bro, has been it's getting A plus. Like I see you out there, like I mean what you're wearing right now, like you got this fisheye
Thank you.
lens, like you got what even is that? Like a Backstreet Boys NSYNC like V-neck, like
So I went thrifting.
sweater,
And I found
is it
like
cashmere?
it's like a sweater vest. Thing.
And this is not me. I'm
Found
not
out.
ragging on you at all. I had one of
No,
those
no.
ones.
So it looks like a little knapsack on top of me, but like found out it's like an H Greg like
Oh.
employee jacket
Major
or
swag
vest.
points.
Thank you. And then I'm wearing some white cargos I found at Goodwill one day.
See, dude, all you need to do, literally all you need to do you have a TikTok?
I have one.
So
yeah.
like do you like I guess reels are
I
kind of the
haven't
same
used it.
vibe.
I've only been using it for other people. I haven't used it for myself.
So you've like gone through and you've seen what's on there. I'm sure like when you start like if you're
Yeah.
working for a certain thing, like you see the certain things. But like I see very, very, very popular TikToks that are just doing like fit checks. Like, hey guys, come get dressed with me.
I've seen those. I've seen those on IG.
I mean,
a
you
lot,
do it
but,
way
like, I'm just-
sicker, but like,
Thank
because your
you.
style is sick, dude. It's
Thanks.
I don't know, like from the time like we first met. I mean, you've always had style, but it's changed so much, and it's very out there for sure.
I mean, I
In a
remember
good way,
the
of
photo
course.
we took. I was wearing like the scoop white tee with like a leather jacket.
It was kind of like your standard like good fashioned tour.
Warped Tour vibe.
Warped
It was a
Tour
Warped
vibe.
Tour outfit. It
No,
was a
wait.
Warped Tour outfit.
I think the photo. Are you talking about the photo we took together backstage one time? That was at the with the Day to Remember.
Or Day to Remember, yeah.
What's the-
Same era?
Yeah,
Uh,
but
Day
dude,
to
you
Remember-
should do that.
Papa Roach, yeah, but outfit things. Yeah, maybe.
Wait, what's their
I've never.
festival?
It wouldn't hurt anybody. So. I didn't remember Papa Roach, Falling
No.
Universe, the worst Prada,
No, it wasn't that. It was the what's the festival? Not the festival.
self-help.
Self-help. That's what it was. Backstage, we took that
Yeah,
Polaroid.
you were with
a mice. Yeah.
yeah.
That's the. I
Damn,
think
dude.
when we were on the podcast that first time on National Tequila Day. Gosh.
Oh, that's right.
I'm gonna put it.
Holy
Yeah,
fuck.
if you want to listen to that, I for people who are listening, I will put that shit show link into the description if you want to listen to our hammered tequila discussions.
I will have to because I don't
I don't
can't even
remember.
recall it right now.
I just know
can't
that I
recall
drank
it.
like half a bottle of Casamigos.
And I remember drinking alongside with you, so I
Yeah. Oh yeah.
don't.
I
yeah, I'm gonna have to listen to that.
I know we talked about cancel culture, but who knows what we canceled
Oh
ourselves
my
on.
god,
I don't know.
we probably did. cancel
Yeah.
ourselves.
Dude, I don't know. We're still here, dude. But hey,
Yeah,
I
we're
swear.
fine.
I swear, dude. You should just try it. Try and do. The thing is, don't do anything else. Make a TikTok and don't do anything else but just fit checks.
The outfit
Because
outfits,
it's- You just gotta hammer it down because I know someone's gonna fucking vibe into it, but just like do it. I think it'd be so sick.
Oh, you know what, man?
You'd
Because
kill
you're
it, for
saying
sure.
it now, I think I totally would because I find I'd like to think I find new albums like every week. So like just a couple different songs from a new record with a couple different outfits.
Dude,
Easy.
game
It'd
changer.
be so easy.
And then you can like start doing videos of like when you go out and like you're on tour and like you can do a video of like a compilation of like, hey guys, what's up? I'm in yada 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 Nashville. I'm going to this fucking vintage store. Let's see what we find.
Okay. I see where you're going with this. I see where you're going.
Boom.
Yeah, I totally could do that.
And
'Cause I
then
find-
and then you're a fucking millionaire. It's easy. And then you're investing in
Easy.
Pokemon cards and you're gonna be on the WWE like Logan Paul. It's gonna be so easy.
and then I'll wear like a rare Pikachu around my neck.
Yes, and then you're gonna buy Twitter.
I will definitely buy Twitter. I manifest that for next year 100%.
I-
Maybe
I-
6 months.
I gotta ask you though, what's your opinion on? But hold on, real quick. I think you should do it. It'd be great. Anyways,
Thank you. Yeah.
what do you think about Elon trying to buy Twitter? I'm just curious because like I don't have anyone else to really talk about this kind of shit. Like I'm just kind of curious. Like, what's your vibe on that? Like, I don't know. A lot of money.
It's so much money, but it's so much money. It's out of my realm to believe or like even understand because money sounds so made up at this point. Like, it
Especially
doesn't
with like
feel
crypto and all that shit. Like
Yeah,
Ethereum.
I'm like,
Who made up that word?
yeah, I'm like you guys. So you guys just have like a $500,000 stashed somewhere in cryptocurrency, and then next day it's down to 20,000. I'm like, oh fuck you! Like I don't believe you. Like it doesn't sound real. The money doesn't seem real. So when I hear a guy claiming to spend what was it, $43 billion, 43
Yeah, something like that.
crazy number like that to buy a website or a domain.
Let's see here.
Yeah, it just like doesn't seem real to me at all. And like, sure, he can offer that. It's just it's a marketing tactic, in my opinion, just to get his name more popular again. And
43
like it.
billion.
I think
Bro,
it's just to get his name.
Give me
Rotation.
100,000.
Yeah, I can do a lot with 100,000.
Dude, I could do a
Shit,
lot.
I can
With,
do a lot with 50,000.
I could do a lot with like 10 grand.
Yeah, give me 10 grand right now.
Immediately.
I'll
All
probably-
right. Hey, all right. What with 10 right now? Elon's like, hey, check your Venmo. Boom. No, sorry. Elon's like, hey, check your Twitter
To my
wallet.
crypto wallet.
Yeah, check your Twitter wallet. I just sent you 10 grand, like tax free. Like what's like? It can be multiple things. It could be one thing. Like it could be
Yeah.
savings account. What are you going for?
I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna buy the Canon R3,
Okay.
and then I'm also gonna buy like a Leica.
Okay, so the
SLR
Leica alone
or-
is like $5,000. So you're running
Yeah.
you're running out of money, dude.
Hey, this is tax-free money,
Hey,
right?
hey, the $5,000 is like the body.
Well, you know what? Yeah, you know what?
Scratch the
Instead
Leica.
of that, I'll spend 1,000 on a Mamiya 6.7 or
Okay, I can.
6.45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get a medium format camera, and then
And another computer to handle the storage.
handle storage. I'll just buy myself the 4 TB SanDisk SSD. That's like $1,000.
Oh, the SSD. Okay, I was like 4
Yeah,
terabyte.
yeah.
I just bought an 8 terabyte for like under 180. I was like,
No,
but the SSD, that makes a lot of sense.
yeah, the SSD, and then yeah, and then shit. I'd
Clothes.
probably no, I'd probably sublease like a place or like rent a place in LA for like 2 months so I could work and then make
And
all
do
that
it
money back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think I'm gonna do that this summer. To like, cause I have a month off. I'm gonna probably do that this summer and like try to get a music video or two done.
Because I mean, one music video will pay that rent real quick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
It's just putting
especially
down
in
that money
LA.
right off. You gotta like be like, all right, money's
Yeah,
paid,
especially in
rent's
LA.
due. I'm done. Like, I have to make it, or I'm just gonna like lose that money.
Yeah. So and if I lose that money, it's fine because Elon Musk gave it to me. So
Well, this is true. Yeah. Man,
So even if I rent a place for 2 months and don't have any work, it's like, well, at least I have 2 months off and like.
yeah, right, for sure. And
Yeah,
you know,
but,
you're out there chilling, like vacay.
Yeah, that's fine. But if it was my own money, I am probably gonna end up getting a place for like a month or two in LA this summer to work.
Dude, yeah, I'm sure you can either, I mean, find a place to rent or for even cheaper. I mean, we all have lots of people out there that I'm sure have some space. I'm sure you can find someone.
It's more or less like probably renting a place so that way I can use it as like a photo studio too.
Oh, so just all in one, like like a loft or something.
Because I want to do more portraits again. I haven't done it as much as I used to, like when I first started. It's been more video stuff lately, but I miss taking photos. Or like portraits, I mean.
Yeah, I definitely miss the touring and all the fun of that. I
was gonna say, when's the last time I haven't seen you. You've been doing creative work for artists, but like you haven't toured recently.
So my last tour was like I think like October-ish of 2019.
Yeah, so 2 years ago.
Yeah, that was with Nothing More guys, and
yeah,
I'm trying to get back into it. I have something that's in the works right now that it may or may not happen. I can't really speak on it too much because I don't even know myself if it's gonna happen. But nothing super crazy.
I would have thought you would have. I would have thought you were gonna do the Nothing More one coming up here soon.
Well, I hit them up, but they're like, "Oh, we already have someone." I was like, "Oh, whatever." Like, because I've been out of it for 2 years, so it's like understandable.
Yeah.
Like, been doing my own thing, but like, of course, I miss the touring, but like, I kind of want to go into like I love doing like product photography, and like I want to do like product, like those cool videos you see of like, I don't know, you watch like a Hennessy commercial, and like all the cool shit's happening, like, more DIY at home. But I don't know. I just, as long as I'm being creative, that's all I really care about. And that's just kind of my struggle lately, is just trying to find the time to do it. And I do find the time, but it's like, it's, you know, pushing it. It's like on the weekends or something. So I'm just, you know, miss the band stuff for sure. Who knows where that's going to lead me. So,
I mean, as long as you're staying creative at home and stuff, like that helps a lot. Because it's easy. I'm sure you have found this on tour too. It's easy to get like drained because you're doing like the most. After like 2 weeks of shooting shows, you're like, okay, I'm shooting another show for the next 2 weeks. If that makes sense.
oh yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah, I'm sure you found that.
2019, you know, October-ish, I think it was October, you know, with the Nothing More guys, that was my last tour. That was kind of my vibe. Like even the maybe 1 or 2 tours before that, like I could still feel myself kind of like, oh man, like it's always been fun. Don't get me wrong. But like,
Yeah, I'm
it
not saying
started
that at all,
to
'cause
turn into like a job. And I mean, it is a job, but like,
yeah.
it was just like, this is kind of, I mean, I'm not having as much fun. I can see myself changing. I'm getting a little bit more annoyed quicker and like
Jaded. You're
just
like
jaded. Like, oh, you want like, yeah, I don't know. Like if you make a video that you are really happy, you know, about, and like, they'll like be like, oh, change this or yada, yada, yada. You're like, fuck, dude. Like, I don't want to do that. Usually you're like, yeah, all right, cool, I'm down. That just means more time, like getting creative. Cool, bring it. It was just getting to a point where I was like, man.
Because some of those small edits are like things you don't even think about. You're like,
no one's gonna know.
Hey, it's like, we don't like this crowd shot. Switch it for this crowd shot instead.
Like that's the same shit.
Yeah, but they saw something.
No,
that was like
I mean, of course, I'm not
something for them.
discounting that at all. Of course,
No.
But like, you know what I'm talking
I'm affirming your gripes because like, same.
Yeah. Right.
That's why I've tried to withhold from like doing the weekly tour recaps because I found that easily draining. But instead, like every couple weeks or like at the end of a tour to do like a short film of sorts. So that way I feel like I'm allocating time to create something more unique and special versus like content poop.
That's what's kind of interesting with like
TikTok. TikTok has increased that exponentially.
Well, so I mean, even that kind of goes into what I was kind of thinking of. You know, like usually when I went on tour, like my weekly like rate was based off of obviously, you know, nightly photos delivered that night, if not like, you know, next morning. The latest, if it was like a crazy night, like we go out and drink or something like that, you know, like
yeah. I made that very clear before I go out. I'm like, hey, if you don't need these photos by tomorrow, I'm going out with you.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. It's like cool. All right. It's understood. I'm getting drunk with you guys.
Exactly.
Don't get like,
don't get pissy at me. Yeah. So
yeah,
like,
don't get pissed. Yeah.
The whole thing with, you know, that was my thing. It was like, hey, like this is my rate, and basically that will 100% give you at least one like Instagram video, which is kind of weird to say now. It is one Instagram or whatever video a week, nightly deliverables of photos. But usually, you know, like the creative people in us, there's usually more than just one video a week because say there's a pop-in show and you can create one massive video from one night. Yeah. It happens. But now I'm thinking like it might change on how everything is going because of TikTok and Reels, because everything is so in and out before you know it. Like everyone needs to see everything right now and then it's gone. Like if you were at a show tonight and you don't see a reel or a TikTok by like that night, if not like half of the next day, they're already on to the next show. Like it's, or the next phase of TikTok and all these things. So it's kind of crazy on how it affects people who are out there creating content, because it's like their rate somehow should change because now we have to create content more often. And then it just goes all fucking haywire.
Yeah, because I found myself making 2 or 3 clips a night, like exporting 1, 2, 3, like short clips
for
just so it can get posted on. Yeah, so it can get posted right away. And that takes away time from like what could be spent on using the footage to repurpose it for like a diary or like a long form video. So it takes away the value of that. But the value that everyone else is seeing right now is like making something pop up right away after the show or the next morning of the show. Like there's a there's a new relationship with that too, depending on the artist you're with. Like that means you have to work closely with them to post something every fucking day.
Yeah.
Versus like, here's photos, it's your social media account, you do what you want with it. Now it's like, oh, I have 3 clips here with photos. How should we post this for the next 2 days until the next show or whatever? So now you're talking to them about what they should be posting on social media every day. It's like changing the dynamic of what our jobs were, which is like not just capturing content, but help curating their social media with the content you make too.
I mean, that's what people get hired at businesses.
Yeah, for
to
like
do that.
$4,000 a week, 4 or 5 grand a week.
Yeah.
And it's a 9 to 5 job with benefits. Then they get benefits on top of that.
I don't think, and I would almost guarantee, and hey, if anyone listens to this and the episode we did before, don't call me out because I'm not really putting money on this, but I would bet that we talked about this before. But like, I think, man, I just definitely lost my train of thought. That sucks. I should not have taken that little route to tell people what's up. Dude, that sucks. I hate when that happens, man.
Well, we're talking about the content thing and like how it changes the dynamic in our roles to like shift into something more integral with like a tour schedule.
Honestly, man, I lost it. I don't fucking know.
That's fine. That's fine.
Beer's
that was a new thing.
Beer's hitting.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm on my second.
I know, right? Hey, we're
cup
just
of
gonna
bourbon.
have fun.
Yeah. But yeah, so that changed the role a little bit. I'm still trying to hold ground with like doing something more long form and more long lasting.
Mm-hmm.
But it has definitely changed to like we need clips every day. I met Clint, who his Instagram handles 8mm tapes, 8mm tapes.
Okay.
And he was doing stuff for Royal and Surf on this tour and for Lawrence Anderson. He does stuff for her for like the last few years on all her for social and stuff. And he gets something out every day. Like the way he shoots, he also shoots on like a camcorder. He doesn't take photos typically. He takes photos on like a phone camera. All his stuff is primarily video. He's younger. He's like 25.
Okay.
But his clips have gone over to like 500,000 million views within a couple days.
That's for one.
And he posts clips every day. He doesn't do diaries. He's done 2 diaries on that tour that haven't got shared yet.
So like clips, when you say clips, like how long?
Like anywhere between 5 seconds to like 30.
Like not edited, like just raw clip.
He kind of
he might do some, right? Like tweaks.
Yeah. For the majority of the videos that hit it off though were like one shot, like clips of like a weird thing or like a proud moment.
Dude, I wonder. Man, this would be an experience. Like I feel like you might be the guy to try this out. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure anyone could maybe, but like you might be able to pull this off. Try and contact someone who is trying to, have a tour or something, maybe in the same realm of the person you just went out with. Be like, hey, like, I'm not going to, like, this will touch my editing software, but only just to cut it. I'm not going to edit anything. I'm going to hold this camcorder or your camera. I'm going to hold this right here, and we're going to do every single day. We're going to post, just for an example, we're going to post 3 clips a day on like maybe 1 actual post and 2 reels and then 3 on TikTok of just like what you're saying, the camcorder. Like there's not much you can do with the camcorder besides hold it. Like I'm going to do nothing. Yeah. I'm not going to edit this thing.
And that's what Clint was doing. He edited them so in a minimal style because the look of it already came out of the camera.
Yeah.
That like handheld DIY VHS look just came out on its own. So like the only editing he ever did was like cutting things and maybe adding distortion here and there. But other than that, it was very straightforward.
I can understand why it was huge because, well, for one, I think now nostalgia is huge. Everyone wants
100%.
I mean, even people like I mean, I'm guilty of it. I have 2 apps that I can easily make one photo on my phone look like kind of vintage-esque.
Yeah.
You know,
I know what you
everyone
mean.
wants vintage. You know, everyone wants like to emulate the VHS, Polaroid.
I mean,
Now, just
dude,
bring a fucking Polaroid and a camcorder and be like, hey, you guys, this is an experiment. Let's try it out. Like, it's a risk, but like, let's see what's up. This is what's trending. Every day we're gonna do this fucking basic ass shot on a VHS camera, because everyone's attention span is so little, especially on TikTok. You need to just grab them. I mean, not just TikTok, but everything. Like, you need to grab them right then and there.
Literally everything. Because like after doing all the videos I've done for Jordan, like the videos that popped off the most were the ones that were like off my phone.
Why are we spending so much damn money on our cameras? I'm just kidding.
But it just it just proves the point with like what people are looking for. I think something
they want real, like unsuper curated shit.
And I think it feels more real coming off a phone and like having it be on your phone and post on TikTok right away. For us, it doesn't feel right, but like I guess think about it in a way like we used to like watch. I'm sure you have the same taste in like watching a DIY documentary, and like it's so like raw and like, 28 Days Later. I love that movie because it's so well filmed and it's shot on like a Canon DSLR from 2006.
Is it
or whatever theater? Yeah, whatever it was shot on.
I'm gonna have to watch that again for sure.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
That was shot on a cheap DSLR camera because the budget was so low, and like I love that movie. So I think this is that new version of that, where it's like we just want to see it cut raw, straight out. No crazy editing necessary. I think the crazy editing needs to be saved for like
Gibson Hazard.
To produce a Hazard. I learned a lot from watching this kid. I say kid very loosely.
Yeah,
he's been touring as long as we have, but like I think people just really like the rawness, and I think this is a new level of raw that we're just uncomfortable with because we've been editing everything off our DSLRs for like the last few years.
Well, I think that is like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe you can speak for, or maybe you can agree with what I'm saying, but like when I first started touring, and I mean, that was my breakthrough into, you know, I was just a photographer like before I started touring, you know, and then, you know, like the Mice guys were like, hey, can you do video? And then I borrowed a video camera, like a Rebel T1i from a girl from school. Right.
Yeah.
And I didn't know anything. My videos were just like random cuts. Like that's it. Like no crazy effects or anything. And our goal, like over time, was like, man, I want to be cinematic.
Yeah.
I want the fucking bars on the top, like, you know,
I still do that.
The black. No, I mean, me too on certain things. Like, I think there was like one of the last couple tours I was on with the Mice Men guys. There were certain things that I did where like I did put those, you know, what are they called? Oh fuck, I forget what they're called.
What, crop bars?
Crop bar. You know what I'm talking about. Basically, just makes it like an anamorphic
aspect ratio bars. Yeah.
You know, but like, as we were like starting at that younger age of like quality is not great, and that's just how it was in the world. Like,
yeah, we didn't have good quality, so we had to fake it and make it feel like a movie, or make it feel cinematic.
But as we go, you know, as we were growing up in age and in skill and equipment, we're moving in this age of like, man, I want to be fucking Michael Bay in this bitch. I'm gonna make a Mice and Men Transformers. Let's go. You know, but like
that's how I felt.
Now it's like, it's crazy how like what the people want isn't that. Like if they want to see cinematic shit, like they're gonna go to AMC and watch a movie. Like they want handheld real stuff. And it's crazy because it's like if you approach a band, maybe like a Mice and, like they're not gonna pay for just that, but like say if I approach a Mice and Men, I'm like, hey, you guys, you're gonna go on a national tour. I'm not bringing anything but my phone. They're like,
it would throw people off. It would throw people off.
No, like I love the guys, but they're gonna be like, you're high, get out of here.
Yeah, like no. because
It's crazy.
but then there's this other level of it. It's like people will hire you if they know that you have a red camera. You know, they don't even have to see your footage to know that like it's good or not. They're just like, oh, you have a red camera, I'll hire you.
I can understand that, and I think maybe the only reason is
I
that
don't
like
I personally don't like that because I think it just requires. I think as long as you have the skill to shoot anything, it doesn't really matter what your
well, I think
equipment
the
is.
red camera. And by the way, if anyone's listening, you have a red camera and you have skills, that's great. I'm happy for you. But I think
No,
it's more
I
of like
know a
on
couple
a
people, and they're great.
on a
I'm
on a
just
like
saying.
a documentary style. Like if they're trying to like have footage backlogged for 20 years from now, they're
Yeah,
gonna want like that standard red footage. Like I can understand that. Like
yeah,
I wish I had. I don't know. I wish. I mean, I have a ton of footage, but it's not great. It's from a T1i
uh,
from like 10 years ago.
yeah. Same. I
It
think
just
that's a T
sucks.
two when I first started touring, so I feel
Yeah,
you.
dude. Fuck. I had a 5D Mark One that was like used already, and then I borrowed. It wasn't even mine. Like a T1i from some
Yeah,
girl from high school. Like
yeah. I
fuck.
had a T two, I had a T two, and then bought a 6D,
That was yeah.
and
That
then
was my first. Well, okay. The 5D Mark One was my
full
first
frame.
full
Yeah,
frame, but
yeah.
like that was very used. My buddy still. Do you know Turtle?
Who?
Alex Curtis Turtle.
I don't
I don't
think
know. He
so.
has it. It's called
Okay,
Gurky. That's my one of my nicknames, Gurky. Thanks, Phil.
nice.
Appreciate that, Phil. Uh, he thought I was jerking off my bunk, and he called me Gurky. Yeah,
Oh my God, nice.
but it's crazy.
It's
Like,
okay. No one found your bunk sock, right?
man, hey, fuck a bunk sock. It's a bunk shirt, dude.
Bunk shirt. Holy fuck.
No, but hey, so no, yeah, yeah, Phil from Amias, I was in my top bunk. So if like, say you're in the back lounge, right,
Yeah.
looking towards the front, I was top left, and I had my
Okay.
curtain like halfway open, light on my phone or something, and he was like something of the sorts of like, "What's up, Gurk? You gherkin? You gherkin? Gurky Todd?" So one of my names was
Jesus.
Gurky. Like ask, Justin Trotta, like Trotta,
No.
Allen, any of the mice guys, be like, "Hey, who's Gurky?" And they'll be like, "Oh, that's Danny." And then,
Nice.
there was another time where I think it was Austin. He put a raw steak underneath my pillow one night, and then someone I think poured sriracha on it, and then I smacked it really hard because I was pissed and also drunk. So I smacked it, and the sriracha went all over the walls of my bunk.
Ew.
And then my nickname became like Gurky Steak or Steak, Gurky Todd. Like, yeah, it was fucked. Dude.
These are just other ways to be called meathead. Gurkies.
No, at this time I wasn't. This was like before, like I was like actually like working out. Like,
No, but like these are all like other ways to call meathead. Because gurky, steak, you're jerking your meat.
yeah, oh,
Steak,
yeah,
gurky.
yeah. That's true. This is true.
Not saying you're a meathead. Because,
No,
yeah.
I don't think I mean I'm not taking steroids, so I'm definitely not. I mean maybe
No.
a gym rat, but
Yeah. No, because I aspire to be more gym rat than anything.
well, maybe we can help each other out. You help me out with style points.
Okay, I
And
got you.
then,
I got
Dude,
you.
I
And then-
swear to
and then
God,
give
if
me a
I
workout for that.
hey, I swear to God, if I don't get a follow on TikTok from like your new TikTok page, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
No, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna definitely have to try it now.
I mean,
Now
you
that
don't
said it,
have
'cause
to. I thought it would be cool because like you do. I can tell that the thing is you can tell if someone is fashionable just because like they're just picking like the fashion that's out there, right? But like you can tell like for someone like yourself that like the stuff that they're wearing, like they're wearing it because like one, they feel good in it and they're like, yeah, this shit's sick. Like I enjoy wearing this. Like, I don't know. It's a sense of like, this is me wearing what I want because I think it looks cool. And it just happens to look fucking cool.
No, I appreciate that. I remember I was getting a lot of shit for these shoes I just got. I found them at a resale store for like $100. They're these Vapor Maxes at Skepta. I don't know if you know who Skepta is.
I do not, but should I just
No,
type in
he's
like Vapor Max
Well, if you should
Skepta?
just look up Skepta. He's a rapper from the UK.
Like SK.
EPTA. He's a grindcore rapper from the UK. He's sick as fuck. He's like an OG, and he made shoes
shit.
with Nike.
Rapper
The shoes
French
were
type shoes.
yeah, you'll find it.
Oh shit.
And I got called Spider-Man like several times.
Wait, do you have
But I was
like
like-
which ones do you have? Like all black or
It was
the
a
red and black or
So Skepta Air Max Tailwind.
Air Max Tailwind 5 bloody chrome?
Yeah, that's what I had.
Damn.
Someone was like,
Yeah, you're fucking Peter Parker in this bitch, dude.
yeah,
Fuck,
they're
dude.
like,
Hey, those are
you're like,
actually.
you
You know what?
really,
Did you post a photo of these on recently?
yeah, I love these shoes.
I think I saw.
They're-
Yeah, they're very, very, very Spider-Man of you. They're like Spider-Man
Yeah.
meets Venom.
Yeah, but like,
Dude, those are
dude,
sick.
they're so sick. They're
I
so
couldn't-
sick.
I couldn't
they're so
rock 'em,
comfy.
but-
When you wear these, you have to be just like anything. I say this with confidence for anyone that wants to wear anything in the world. If you are happy to wear it
Doesn't matter.
and you are confident in what you're wearing, it doesn't really matter what you're wearing. You just
Amen.
have to be confident and to be happy in it. That's all it is.
And there's your first
And you can-
TikTok video.
Yeah, and you'll literally feel good. You'll look good regardless of what anyone else thinks.
Dude, that's awesome.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I understand that for sure. I
Yeah.
mean, like I don't.
So I saw these shoes. I love Skepta. I love Nike, and I was like, I'm gonna rock these Spider-Man shoes. Fuck it. If I get called Spider-Man, you know what? I'm fucking Peter Parker.
I mean, what? Yeah,
And-
what the fuck is wrong with being Spider-Man?
I don't
Yeah,
fucking.
that's sick.
I was like, you. I think it was Ramon, the guitarist for Grandson. He's like, hey Anthony, do you like Spider-Man? I was like, yeah, but why are you asking? I was like, he's like, do you want to be him? Because you're wearing a red sweater and red shoes. And I was like, yes, I do. I want to be Spider-Man. Fuck you. I want to be Spider-Man.
Yeah, those
I
are,
fucking
those are
love
sick.
Spider-Man.
Dude, me too. I need
Yeah.
to see the new. There's two new ones out. I haven't seen the one recently with oh shit, I forget what it is.
But Tom Holland? You haven't seen the No Way Home?
Is that the one? No, I've seen. Okay, the first one with him in it, I've seen. But isn't there two that are out recently? Or the one that has the Goblin?
Yeah, No Way Home. That
Oh,
one
okay.
came
I have
out.
not seen that one then. No.
Oh, okay.
It's on my
I
list.
watched it. I watched it for the second time on the plane ride home a couple days ago.
Good?
And, oh yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah,
I
I
just,
love Spider-Man, dude.
I just love Spider-Man.
I just
like,
love Spider-Man, dude.
yeah, I'll probably have to. I think I need to get a Spider-Man tattoo at some point. I just
Hey, get
Don't
it
know
on
where
the
to
top.
get
Get it on the top of your foot. So when you take off those shoes,
it's just webs.
shing.
You know what? Maybe. I might
Just
do
so
that.
that the spider that the OG got. You know, like in that first movie where it goes on his arm. Like,
The bite. Yeah, yeah.
Ooh,
I might.
that's hard.
I might do that.
That's hard.
I might do a traditional like spider web elbow thing.
Oh, what you like prison boy now?
Yeah.
Doesn't
I
that
guess
mean
so.
some shit
I
in
am.
prison? Does that mean like the
I don't
amount
know.
of years? Let's see here. What does spider web tattoo on elbow mean?
Oh, it specifies loyalty to the group. A group.
Let's see here.
Oh, it's a-
This is just like Google
Oh,
search.
I didn't know it was a prison tattoo.
Oh,
I
for
might not
sure.
get that then.
This is just a quick Google search. This is like, you know, when you type in like something like there's the verse top thing, you don't have to click a link. It says, they were inked on the elbows to symbolize their loyalty to their group. Spiderweb tattoos gained popularity in prison systems all across the United States during the late 1900s. Even in modern times, the tattoo is still popular in prison tattoos.
Yeah. Then
Do
maybe
it,
I
hey,
might not get
honestly,
this
hey.
part.
Fuck it, dude. Hey, Peter Parker, this
No.
shit up, man.
Last thing I need is some like
Just do, hey,
ex-con.
while you're at it,
Like,
dude.
come up
While
there,
you're
like,
at it,
yeah,
hey, while
who
you're
you
at it,
rep?
just do some, you know, teardrops. Maybe like a Lucky Charm somewhere, you know. Like,
I'm gonna give it 3 more years before I get a face tattoo.
what would you get?
Probably a cross.
Like under like the eye, like oh, yeah, like
Yeah,
some
yeah,
J
just-
some JB shit.
Yeah, just a tiny one because my family was like so religious and stuff, and I
That makes sense.
support that.
Yeah, they can't get
I'm just
mad at
not
you.
religious enough. I mean, they're pretty mad at me
No,
now.
but like it's a cross, dude. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just also get rest in peace Jesus on my hairline
you know,
too.
like the girl who got Drake tattooed on her forehead, just get like I love
Oh
Jesus.
yeah, I'll just do
They'll
that,
be
and then they
thrilled,
can't
dude.
say
You'll
yeah
get so many jobs. It's gonna be great.
all the jobs.
Yeah.
Do I really think I'm gonna succeed at getting a normal job at this point? Probably not.
I mean, you're artistic as shit. So yeah, you're doing pretty okay.
Yeah, but like a normal job, like who knows?
Yeah, go
We'll
work
see.
at like Balenciaga or something.
Yeah, I I hope so
All
one
right,
day.
yeah.
Thank you
Hey,
for saying that.
cheers to that shit.
Yeah, manifest that. Yeah,
Manifest fucking destiny. Never said that
yeah,
sentence in my entire life.
manifest the destiny. Yeah, I'll work for Balenciaga one day. I hope so. Who fucking knows?
Man,
I would love to do like I think a dream job would be like personal stylist and photographer for an artist. So like I kind of was doing it with Jordan, grandson, a little bit,
Mhm.
where we were doing like portrait sessions on our off days or like in weird green rooms and like make it weird. I haven't posted a couple of these, but um, we just something I love about GQ and Variety is when they take these different like artists or like
ugh,
actors and put
GQ.
them, yeah, and put them in like these weird like outfits that like accentuate a characteristic of theirs, and then make it this huge glam photo shoot. It's like what I miss about like old '80s bands. They did that a lot. They don't do that much anymore.
I got a question for
That
you.
would be a dream job.
Do you
Yeah,
have
yeah,
do you have to like do anything right now? Like, are you good to chat for longer?
yeah. I'm good.
Like, what do you? I mean, I just want to make sure I'm not like stealing your time.
No, I'm good. What time is it now? 10:42. Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm just making sure because I have to piss so fucking bad, dude.
Okay, go
I have
piss.
to, yeah, I'm like, because I'm like, I don't want to cut it off, but I'm like, I just have to pee so
Go-
bad. Like, I
No,
don't have
go-
a
go pee.
jar. Yeah. All right.
Go pee. We're grown ass men. Go pee. It's your show. You can pee whenever you want to.
Your cat dodging you.
Yeah. Oop.
I won't hold you too much longer because I also gotta eventually make some dinner, but I didn't want to cut it off short.
No, you're good. You're totally fine. But yeah, you have to pee. That's all good.
Dude, I swear, dude. I feel like there's only been like a few times where like I had to do what I just did, where like, man, I gotta pee. Dude, it feels like the longest piss in my entire life.
No, I've been there. Trust me. I've definitely been there. When you're like on a plane and when you needed to pee, but you're about to like land, so you can't like get up.
Oh,
But
dude.
so you end up waiting for like 30 minutes because you have to wait 15 minutes for it to land, and then another 15 minutes for everyone to get the fuck off the plane.
Dude, I gotta say though, I'm pretty good at flying. Like I usually like I don't know. I don't think I've ever actually had to take a shit on a plane. Or I mean, I've taken pisses, but it's very like I could probably count the amount of times I've had to take a piss on a plane on two hands.
See, you're very fortunate because I have the bladder of a 5-year-old. So like I'll find myself needing to go pee like 3 or 4 times during a flight, especially if
Yeah.
I'm drinking water. And I've tried to be better at drinking water too. So like recently these flights have been brutal. I'm not really looking forward to next month. We have like 4 fly dates within 4 different days,
Mhm.
4 days back to back, and I'm not looking forward to that.
Sorry, someone was it was about the tour thing. I was like,
No,
I
there
was
you
just
go.
texting them back, like, hey, I'm fucking busy. Yeah. I don't know. I've always is it weird that I've like always prided myself on like I legit don't think I've ever had to take a shit on the plane. I'm
You're
proud of
lucky.
that. The thing is I've only been overseas once, so maybe that'll change.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with the mice.
I would have thought that you would have toured overseas more.
It was
For a
kind
long
of
time.
funny how okay, maybe it's funny to me in like a weird sense because it was like I knew they were going overseas. This was maybe it would fuck. When was this? Dude, I don't fucking remember. Um, I think we were like Alan and I were talking like of me like possibly coming with them for that overseas tour. It was like Wage War and Siler.
Speaking of Wage War, how crazy has their career been for the
Dude,
past like year or two?
that I
It's been
think so.
insane to see.
So those first two albums that they have are insane,
Yeah,
right?
they're so
They're
good.
insane, of course. But that new album, I mean, it's on par with what they do. Like they're not changing anything really about who they are. They're just like they're growing as musicians and they're like maturing in their shit. Not to sound like I know anything about anything, but like I think that's what
Yeah,
kind of put them in the place that they're at because now they're doing like huge shit.
I mean they're opening for Slipknot right now, and
Right?
then they're about to do direct support for 3 Days Grace, and then what I'm going to assume that's going to happen afterwards is their own headlining tour, which is going to be like 2,000 cap venues, I'm sure.
They're definitely like one of the there's only like a handful of bands where like when I think of when they come out like with a record and I'm like, all right, well they're all right, cool, this is their last one. Like how the fuck do you like how do you top that?
Yeah,
Like that okay, for the one that I usually think of when I think of like this whole thing of like there's no way this band's gonna get better than this record. And they always surprise you. Is Bring Me the Horizon is one of my main ones. Because
oh
I'm like,
yeah, for sure.
how I know people are like very like, well, they go like from one genre to this. It's like, well, they're still the same fucking band, you know, like they're just
and
evolving. But it's like you
and they're
listen to
going
a record.
backward now,
Yeah.
which is like so funny to me because they progressed in their sound to the point where like they're now going backward because it's nostalgic again, and they're like the kings of that, so they're gonna do it again.
Yeah.
Like they're
For
gonna
sure.
do emo music again. So
Yeah.
like they've they've kept everyone on their toes as far as what they're gonna release. Because I love that Ammo record. I love
Oh,
that.
dude. Yeah.
I love that EP they released. I'm excited to hear this new stuff, and like, but I've always been a fan of them. Back when the scene days, when I had like long swoopy hair, like I love them then
Oh,
too.
dude,
So
me too, for sure.
they've just changed it up so much. Another band like that is for me is like Northlane. I love that band a lot.
That's is it North Lane? They just came out with a new record, right? Did they?
They've released like 4 singles off of it so far. Because the
It's
album
like it
got
has
pushed
like
back because of delays.
what's it called? Do you know what it's called? North Lane.
Obs- it's called a. I know the song is called Obsidian, but I think the record's called something else. Um, I think the record's called. No, the
Okay.
record's called Obsidian. Yeah, yeah. It
Yeah,
just
they
sounds so much like Linkin Park,
see that's
and
the thing. I
not at the same
love
time.
I love that first record. Which one is it? The one that fuck. The one that was the record. Singularity.
Yeah, the
But
one
the
with
thing
it was their old vocalist. Yeah,
I think I'm a well that was weird. I hiccuped and burped at the same time.
it
That was
happens.
sick. That was really cool. Uh the singing yeah, that one, I don't know. Ever since then, like Node, I liked Node. That was okay.
That's good. Yeah.
I don't know, just for me, it's something about that Singularity record. I mean, my favorite song on that is Masquerade.
Yeah, yeah, that's a classic.
But it's good. Yeah, it's like the banger with was it Drew
Yeah,
York?
yeah.
Drew York from Straight from the Path.
hmm
I don't know.
I've just been a big fan of like this industrial metal that's been slowly creeping up in like new wave of metalcore these
So
days.
what do you mean like by just I don't even know. I'm not like even trying to like educate people who are listening. I want to know. What do you
Yeah.
mean by like industrial metal?
So like a lo- not electronics like attack electronics with like synth and stuff, but like very heavy like synth, drum bass, like electronics that
Hmm.
almost distort a lot of the sound. Like a good example of that too would be like Code Orange.
Dude,
A lot of their music.
I've never listened to them. mainly,
Bro,
and this is not
that's your
main.
new that's gonna be your new workout song like playlist. I already know. I
I
already
think
know.
I think the reason I never listened to them, and this is not like because like someone told me not to listen to them, but like
Mhm.
I remember like Alan from a Mice and them like having some beef because like two gingers and two different bands.
Oh my
So I
god.
never no like that's not the reason I never listened to them, but I think I listened to like one song. I think they had like a very like semi-viral like music video song on YouTube, and I definitely like jammed it, and I was like, "This is sick," but like, it never got to the point where I was like, "Oh, cool, I'm gonna listen to this." Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna daily.
Like they have like they have a few songs actually where it sounds like Alice in Chains, and then a lot of their music is like a mix of like hardcore, new metal, industrial metal. I'm a big fan of like what they sound like because a lot of what I liked about electronic music or um, hardcore music is like how it distorts sound.
Hmm.
Um, Kind of like how hyperpop is nowadays. Like hyperpop music is a new genre that's like been creeping up and everything,
What the
and
fuck is that?
we're- it's like
Maybe I've heard of it. I don't know.
like 100 gex.
Huh?
100 gex is like hyperpop. 100 gex. 100 gex.
I have
No.
no idea. No idea.
Just look it up.
Hyper
this-
X.
No, 100 gex.
100 gex?
The
100
genre they play in
geckos?
is like yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like a lot of the sounds that people have been manipulating are like over compressed, distorted, and like almost not clean, which is what I've been loving a lot lately from music. Like that's why people loved Nine Inch Nails back in like the 90s, was because like it's not perfectly mixed. Like there's a lot of things that like get distorted or over compressed or like clipping, but it's on purpose. Yeah.
I think
Which I enjoy.
I think that I'm very much into. Let's see if I can.
Yeah, what have you been listening to lately?
You know
Yeah.
the band. You know it's also before I go into it, and hopefully I fucking remember. I don't sidetrack myself again. I created that YouTube channel like DT Reacts because I'm like hoping to like find one. It's fun for sure. Copyright shit, not fun, but
Yeah. But that's not why you do it, so it's fine.
I'm trying to find new music and stuff like that, and it's very fun. But like, I find myself liking kind of the same music right now, and it's very like workout driven because I don't really listen to heavy music outside of. I mean, sometimes when I'm home alone, I can just blast, heavy shit. I will, but like, I'm very into like Alpha Wolf.
Alpha Wolf's sick.
Like
They're doing
Alpha
a tour
Wolf,
with
Dealer.
I love
That
Dealer,
weird,
too. I
like
think
where
Alpha
they're doing
Wolf's
a whole
that
bunch
tour
of
with
just
Wage Warrior.
like pinch harmonic, like
Yeah.
I think
I
that's
love
what they're called.
Loathe.
Like, oh yeah, like that. There's one that I just like I did a video of. What were they called?
I love Vane.
Oh, they're called. I think they're called Liar.
Don't know what
I'll have to show you. Like they're sick. I don't know. It's just like it's very like new age, like some new kids coming up, and they're just like we're shredders, and like we're doing like some weird fucking shit. But also, I like Paleface.
Look up the band Vane. I think you'll like them a lot
Vane?
too. They're crazy. It's like Converge.
Do you have like a song
But,
just so
like-
I can like place this? Vane.
I think the music video they did with Max Moore is pretty sick. I think it's called The Killing Wound.
Killing. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's the one with the music video too.
Sick.
Max Moore did that one. I don't know if you know who Max Moore is. He's a director. based
Yeah,
out of
yeah. I
Kentucky.
think I follow him on
Yeah.
Instagram actually. Oh,
Yeah. Based out of Louisville, Kentucky.
I should have him on the podcast sometime. If he'd be down.
I have no idea.
No
How
idea.
his
I
schedule
don't
would
think I've
be,
ever
yeah.
talked to him before.
Yeah. You'd have to hit him up personally.
Yeah,
and
for
see,
sure.
Because I have no idea.
Yeah.
I feel like he's a busy guy.
Oh, I'm sure, dude. Fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna have to listen.
But yeah,
Too. So,
Vane
yo,
is sick. Good
what's
workout music.
what is next for your bitch ass?
um, So I have these next 2 weeks off. I'm shooting a show tomorrow for Greyhaven. They have their album just came out today.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, they're really fucking good. Love those guys.
Another band I've heard of, but have not listened to. So
Listen to them. Rep the Kentucky boys.
Greyhaven.
Yeah.
All right. Noted down.
New record is good. It's called This Beautiful and This Bright and Beautiful World. It's a good album. Yeah, shooting their show tomorrow.
Photo, video. What do you do? Like
Both.
both?
Both.
I mean, predominantly video, photo. Like, what's your like? I don't know. Like, are you trying to like make like a sick-ass video, or are you just doing like photos? Like,
I'm
both?
doing both. I'm gonna do like a diary of the day, like a show diary. Yeah, and then I'm gonna take photos of the whole show too, intermittent and all that. I'd like to say I'm more director, so like I want to like director photography, director cinematography, try to like get a diary going, but also like document the whole show as well. And then
I think my phone just died. I'm back on my phone. I got like 10%. So
okay.
I don't even know where we left off, but I think this might just have to I don't know. Go till next time.
I think, yeah, you were just asking me what I had coming up next. I think you were trying to like end it out.
Because I mean,
like
we can go even longer, but like next time I'll have to charge my phone even more, or figure out my computer. Usually it comes up on my like you get a phone call and you're on your Mac and
no, same.
it'll show up,
same.
and
like
it
just
wasn't.
Just now when you called me, like it popped up on my phone. So
And it didn't. So I don't know.
Or my laptop. So yeah.
But I mean, I think we've gotten a good run in. I mean, we're good. But like, yeah, what's just real quick. Speak super fast. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I got you.
What's up? What's next, man?
2 weeks off. 1 month in Canada with Avril Lavigne.
Oh, you're going with Avril, dude?
Yeah, Grandson and Avril. We're doing direct support. Yeah, and then
that's sick, dude. Congrats on that. That's sick.
Thank you. It's gonna be fun. I haven't done Canada since my first tour, so it's gonna be fun. It's been like 5 years.
Some of that poutine.
Yeah, everyone keeps telling me about poutine. I've done it. I'm like, it's fine. But I'm more about the French food. But
oh yeah.
Yeah. And then we have Bottle Rocket, Boston Calling, and some other festival back to back. And then we're doing Europe for a month and a half.
Sick.
I think 2 or 3, and then 2 or 3 weeks of that are going to be with Deftones. And then, yeah, I'm fucking excited. No poster or anything yet. It's been announced. There's just no poster or anything. That's probably something I have to make in the next week or something. But, I'll probably get hit up about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then we got like a month off, and then we have a couple other things that I can't talk about.
Staying busy, dude. I like it, man.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, and then the second album will be out, and then by that point we'll be working on like the second album and like what that will look like. I'm trying to help out with like the vision for that. So
oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's kind of why I took this gig. I wanted my name on like an album. So
hell yeah, right on, dude.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
That's it.
That's
just a bunch of fucking shit. Just a bunch of stuff. That's great, man. I'm super stoked for you. I mean, obviously, I follow you on Instagram and I see all of your work, and it's.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone should follow you. Was it like V dot like
V dot TRVN?
Okay. I mean, obviously,
TRVN's taken right now.
Everyone, make sure to check him out. I will have everything you need to know in the description or the whatever you want to call it on podcasts. Who fucking knows, dude? Check him out. He's fucking sick. And again, dude, thank you again for joining me.
Yeah,
Always a
anytime.
pleasure,
I always
man.
have fun talking. Yeah, always have fun talking.
This was
to you.
much more
Always love
sober
getting.
than the first time.
Yeah, I think
To
the
a little,
first
to an
time. Well,
extent.
the first time we were just more happy than tequila happy. I think
Yeah, oh,
that's what
for
it was.
sure.
Yeah, it was the National Tequila Day. That's why.
Well, let's try not to wait too much longer before the next time we get together.
yeah, for
And,
sure. Let's
well,
do it.
hopefully
Let's.
in person, but we'll see.
Yeah, maybe in person. I won't be touring the U.S. again until like the end of summer or fall. But
Right on.
yeah,
Right on.
we'll run it. We'll
Yeah.
run into each other
Well,
again at
yeah.
some point.
Well, if not,
Yeah.
we'll just hop on the podcast, shoot the shit.
Yeah, 100%. We'll just do that. Yeah,
Right on,
sounds
dude.
good.
Well, I'm out of.
All right.
I got a little bit left here. Cheers, bro.
Cheers.
Right on.
I still got plenty.
Oh yeah, you got plenty, dude. Right on, dude. Well, have a good rest of your. Ooh, yeah, that was a gulp, dude. Oh shit.
Trying to finish it up. Probably go get Taco Bell real quick before
Oh
they close.
shit. There you go, bud. Well, I will not stop you from doing that. Thanks, like I said, thanks again
Yeah.
for joining me and keep in touch, man.
Yeah. Same. Likewise. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Always a pleasure. Yeah.
Till the next
All right.
time, bro.
Sick.
All right.
Yeah. See ya.
The Daily Podcast.